Hi, this is Glenda, and today I wanted to show you how I made the mirrors for the Snow White soap. I started by making a mold, and for the mold I made this frame out of polymer clay. In reality, it's a very simple square, or rectangle actually, put together, and then on top of it I put just little snakes of polymer clay and then just roll them in a spiral and just put them around so that it will look sort of ornamental. And after I made this out of polymer clay, I made a mold. So this went like this, sort of like that. And I did make a video on how I make molds. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna put a link in the description box. But now that I have the mold, I made some of the frames with soap dough and then I painted it with gold. But I made, for example, this one with melt and pour. So in today's example, I'm going to use melt and pour. And I'm using Crafter's Choice Premium Extra Clear Soap Paste. First I'm going to make a straight line. And then I'm going to try to make a very thin slice out of this. It's going to be about 1/8 of an inch. Let's see. Let me double check. Yeah, it's about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna do my best just to go down straight. And I have this, which is very see-through. I like this melt and pour. And I'm going to sort of like use the mold that I made, well, I guess the polymer clay model, to estimate how big it should be, and I'm just going to mark it slightly. And then I'm just going to cut it. Alright. So now this, on the back, I'm going to put silver mica. And I am using Silver Mist mica from North Shore Soap. I'm just grabbing a little bit on the tip of my finger and rubbing it on the back of what will be the mirror. Once I have this ready, I'm going to melt the rest of the clear melt and pour. It's only a little bit because you don't need a whole lot. And I'm going to color this portion, the frame, with gold mica, and I'm using gold mica from Brambleberry for this. Just grabbing a small amount, and I actually added it before melting the melt and pour, but you could add it later. Once I had melted it, I just stir it carefully, not to create too many bubbles, just enough to distribute the mica and give it this golden color. And then I just pour it into the mold, and then it will just be a waiting time until it gets hardened. Usually I may pop it into the freezer to speed up this process. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes, so I'm going to attempt to get this out by stretching the mold. Then here it is. So now what I'm going to do is that I have here some black oxide pigment, and I'm going to add a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. Then with a brush I'm going to paint to create this crevices, to highlight the detail of the swirls. And I'm pretty much just painting all over it, making sure that it goes into all the lines. Okay, once that's done, what I do is that I grab a piece of paper towel or napkin, and the idea would be to remove the paint that's on top of the surface and leave behind what's inside the lines or the crevices. Alright, in the end I'm gonna have something like this. So all I need to do is put them together. Let me clean this up. And to do that, I'm pretty much just going to melt some more melt and pour and add it to the corners. Just put it around here and then attach it. So I'm going to spray lightly with alcohol first. Then I'm going to add melt and pour. And now I'm just going to press this onto it. This is what it looks like when it's done, and that's it pretty much. Hope you like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.